Hello, this is just a check-in because I haven't checked in a few days. I just finished doing a bunch of work, mostly in my backyard, but I'm going to show you the garden a little bit. First of all, I had to take everything off my porch. I had to hose everything off because it was covered with pollen. So that was one of the things you can see I saw pollen on my boots. Um, But what I did today is I blew the leaves that I had let mulch the beds over winter. I mean, I've been doing this, but I hadn't done these beds yet. So I took the ones from all around the patio. Okay, looks like I'm back. I cut out a little far from my Wi-Fi. Um, so I've got some asparagus coming up in here, and I planted some greens there and there. I have Solomon seal that came back. I have a little May apple over there, and the grapes are starting to leaf out here, so that's nice to see. I put some pawpaw seeds in here last summer, fall, but I don't know if they're going to come up. Bleeding Heart has just been doing fabulous. This is a little thornless blackberry that has traveled around. There's a little bit more asparagus there. There's my stinging nettle. And here's all my shiso. I had to cover it up. This is purple shiso, but the squirrels kept digging in this pot, so I covered it up. So I hope to have lots of shiso, purple shiso, and I may even transplant some of it out front. And this is kind of a funny bed. Things don't grow really well in here, but I had some stuff composting, so I mixed it in, and then I put more leaves and mixed that in. And backyard's looking good. I got it nice and tidy. It's lovely out here today. It's about mid-60s, and I've shown the bloodroot before. There's the bloodroot and the blue cohosh. And the black cohosh seems to be a pretty vigorous grower. I'm very, very happy with the black cohosh. And my May apples, but the one that had a blossom on it, the blossom fell off, so no May apple fruit. I got my elder back here. Oh, and I'm going to let these guys go to seed here. These are the Virginia bluebells, natives, and they're so sweet. This is one of my elders. I don't know if it's going to bloom. This one has been in here like 3 years and it hasn't bloomed. I don't know. It almost bloomed last year. A little bit more Solomon seal there. A little bit of Solomon seal coming up in there. I had some golden seal back here, but it kind of died. So I would like to fill in with more natives back here. But the azaleas are blooming. You can see some of the azaleas blooming now. Let's see, let's go out front. I was going to work out front too, and then it just got too late with it. It just took too long hosing everything off and going back and forth. But I did water out front and was checking on how everything's growing out front. So we'll go back out there and see. Didn't do any artwork today or yesterday. I went to see a concert last night and was visiting with a friend, and so I didn't get any artwork done, and I'm gonna let it go for the weekend maybe and come back on Monday fresh to do artwork. But here's my my hops are looking pretty good. There's another one coming up there and there. And more of my California mugwort, my sweet California mugwort, coming up there. And I've got blossoms on, lots of blossoms on my gooseberry this year. These are the Rosa Canina. They haven't bloomed yet either and have been in a while, so I don't know. This is blackcurrant. And this is a different kind of blackcurrant. I think it's called like clove scented or something because the blossoms smell really good. I had to wash the pollen off the porch too. I still need to get the jewel weed thinned out. There's too much of it. But the sweet woodruff is blooming. That smells good. And the columbine, or also known as aquilegia, those ones are about to bloom. And there's a sweet little one here I have too that's going to bloom. I cut off the stalk of that rhubarb to make one of my prints, but there's another one there. I have a random angelica coming up in here, and I can't decide whether I want to transplant it over by the other one or just leave it here. All the lunaria is blooming, as is the comfrey. Couple of black currants here that I stuck the twigs in last fall, and they're blooming. All my mint. I think I'm going to make a cocktail with some mint this evening. Sage and thyme. This goji's looking good. All these are bread seed poppies that self-sowed from last year, so I'm happy about that. And there's even a couple of escarole. This one, there's another little one there. I think I saw one further over somewhere. What are you? You look. You better not be poison ivy. Anyway, oh, I also found some random cilantro coming up. So I have my little bit of cilantro. Use cilantro and some dinner tonight. But this is rose and peppers and squash and beans and some corn. They're all going to go in here. Cucumbers. Although I haven't figured out the layout just yet. But comfrey coming up everywhere. These like little bok choys are doing well. This is another goji. This is nice and hardy. I've got a few bronze fennel in here that are coming up. Seeds are starting to come up pretty well in here. I don't know and I think I saw some zinnias. There's another bronze fennel. That was a big one I had, but there's also more back there. The larkspur will probably be blooming pretty. Pansies are doing pretty well. That's a nice, like, Icelandic poppy there. And this is where I threw a bunch of seeds in, so it's still a little bare right here. I put in a couple of chamomile there and over that way. But the valerian is going to be blooming soon. As you can see right here, valerian, and the motherwort will not be too far behind. This angelica, I think, may bloom this. Oh yeah, look at that. There's a seed head on this angelica. You go, angelica, you go. My other ashitaba never came back, but this one's doing okay. This is meadowsweet and tansy and lady's mantle. And we have some marshmallow coming back right here. Marshmallow. And I've been seeing some of the little tiny red poppies that I like. I think some of these might be the red poppy, unless these are feverfew. I gotta smell them to see. They don't smell like feverfew, so I'm hoping that they're red poppies. And St. John's wort. And another St. John's wort there. And that's it, the dogwoods and the azaleas. And this is why I have all the pollen. That's the big red oak blossoming. And on that, so